Welcome to the Unhealthy Podcast, where we try to recognize, reset, and repair what's unhealthy in our lives. We discuss real-life habits around diet, exercise, relationships, and mindset. The goal is simple: to notice what's not working, understand why it matters, and to start fixing what's unhealthy, one small change at a time. Now let's turn to some recent news. The federal government just released the 2025 to 2030 Dietary Guidelines for Americans, and the message is pretty clear. Build your plate around real food, fruits, veggies, whole grains, healthy fats, and quality protein, and cut way back on ultra-processed stuff, added sugar, and refined carbs. The guidelines also nudge people to drink more water instead of sugary drinks and to limit alcohol, even though some advocates say the new alcohol language is more vague than past warnings. The practical takeaway is simple. If it looks like it grew, walked, or swam, it probably belongs on your plate more often. If it comes in a crinkly package with a cartoon mascot, it probably belongs there less. A huge 30-year study following more than 116,000 adults found that people who did about 2 to 4 times the recommended weekly exercise had a 20 to 30% lower risk of dying overall and an even bigger drop in deaths from heart disease. For moderate activity, the sweet spot was about 300 to 600 minutes a week. Think 40 to 80 minutes a day of brisk walking, cycling, or similar. And for vigorous workouts, 150 to 300 minutes a week. The key message: the basic guidelines of 150 minutes a week are good, but if you safely push past them without overtraining, you buy yourself a lot more protection for your heart and your lifespan. A new analysis highlighted by the BBC suggests that doing a mix of exercise types, like combining cardio with strength training and other activities, may deliver more health benefits than sticking to just one favorite workout. Experts point out that different activities stress the body in different complementary ways, and that variety can improve heart health, strength, and even mental well-being. The practical takeaway: instead of obsessing over finding the perfect workout, think in terms of a weekly menu: some walking or running, some lifting, and maybe some yoga or sports. So your body and brain both get more out of the time you're already spending. A simple social routine called the 5-3-1 rule is going viral as a practical way to reduce loneliness and boost emotional health. Developed by sociologist Kalsey Killam, the idea is to treat social connection like a health habit, just like exercise or healthy eating. The framework encourages 1 meaningful social activity per day, 3 social activities per week, and 5 intentional connections per month, such as phone calls, coffee dates, or group events. Psychologists say approaches like this are timely, as loneliness has been linked to higher risk of depression, heart disease, and even early death. By making connection a small daily practice instead of a vague goal, the rule can help people rebuild relationships in manageable steps. And finally, a striking new gut health study suggests that you are as old as your microbes. Scientists report that when they replaced the gut microbiota in older intestines, the tissue started acting more like that of younger individuals, hinting that the mix of bacteria in the gut may help drive age-related decline. This matters because gut health is tied to digestion, immunity, and possibly mood. So aging might not be just about years, but about what lives in the gut. The practical takeaway here is not to chase unproven miracle probiotics, but to focus on gut-friendly basics, fiber-rich foods, less ultra-processed junk, and talk with a clinician before making any big supplement or fecal transplant decisions. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode and want to dive deeper, check out the show notes and visit the website for links to all the stories and resources mentioned. Be sure to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you never miss an episode. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend who would enjoy it too. Until next time, live healthy and be happy.